Hey everyone, it's Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules Business Coaching, and we're here for coaching from the carpool. I'm not in the carpool, but maybe you are today. This afternoon's pretty exciting. I've been putting the final touches on for our workshop, Show Me the Money, that's tomorrow. Have made some really fun things for our VIPs. I don't often craft. I actually don't have patience. I'll just be honest to do it, but I had a last minute idea of something really kind of special that I wanted to do for our VIP attendees to the workshop, and that's people that said, you know what, go ahead and buy me lunch, take care of me. We're having an after workshop reception and networking, and I'm going to be signing books, and we're going to have a good time. And I just thought, I feel like celebrating, and I want to share that. So we have these little champagne bottles that are gorgeous that I've been working on this afternoon. So that's kind of just something a little bit special, a little above and beyond that I'm doing for the workshop attendees tomorrow. So excited. Today you might have seen the teaser out there where I was talking about really and truly, are you aspiring to greatness or are you settling for mediocrity? And it's a really important question to ask yourself this month. January is the first month of the year, and we get so inspired to do more and be more and change. And that's actually fabulous to a point. It can be overwhelming. It can be discouraging. We can lose steam. We can lose focus. There's a lot of reasons why I don't do resolutions. I do refocus, but I don't do resolutions. And so, my thought for this month of January is like, how do I awaken people to really want more from their business, but not necessarily equate that with more work? Oh, we've got people chatting me up here. Not necessarily equating that with more work. I mean, how do we really inspire greatness in business? And greatness in business, this is the crazy thing about the words greatness and success and big and expensive and cheap and all these words. They're subjective. That means it's completely open to the interpretation of the person that's hearing it, that's receiving the message. So it can mean anything. Greatness can mean anything. But one of the, what I see happening in small business, when we're looking at just the entrepreneurial journey and people's spirit along the way, is, everyone's gang-ho, gangbusters, ready to go, get out the door, nobody's going to stop me, I'm going to hustle and grind, and I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep moving, and all of this nice fun stuff. And then you get kind of tired, and then you're getting maybe some discouragements, and then you have difficult clients, and maybe you have difficult employees, and then maybe your family doesn't believe in you as much, and you don't believe in you as much, and right? And you get this kind of heaviness that overcomes you. I think that is a very slow journey. I mean, it definitely has some pitfalls or pit stops along the way that make you feel and take on this extra weight and slow down and accept mediocrity. I don't know that anybody necessarily sets out to have mediocrity in their business, but I know that they accept it. And this is a bit of why you have to be the leader in your business as the business owner and as the entrepreneur. Is you have to maintain the guard. You have to maintain the level of greatness. And I, when I've had staff and we've come up with ideas to make sure that we're delivering great customer service, one of my questions always was, can we sustain it? Because there's no greater disappointment to our clients to be all nice and rosy on day one and then a little dull by day 10, because we can't keep up with that level of service. And so I think there's some things that you can get really great ideas in how you can do the little things and be great in your business and what that means to you. But I always caution it with, make sure it's sustainable, because there's greater disappointment in changing your client's expectation or your client's experience for the negative than it is in maintaining the level of greatness that you can maintain. And that's kind of, from a client-facing standpoint. But I really think what puts businesses into a level of mediocrity is just, it's almost like a death 1,000 cuts, right? It's, you do get tired because you're working like a mad fiend and you're not taking any time off. You're not putting the bloody phone down, right? You're not turning it off, dialing it out. You're not you're not exercising. You're not meditating. You're not investing in yourself and becoming a better business owner. You're not taking all the time and you're getting all wrapped up in the work. And then little things happen and you let them go. And then you let those go. And then the employee doesn't want to show up on time, and they've always been a great employee. So, you know, they're just 5 minutes late. And so then they're 6 minutes late, and then they're 10 minutes late, and then they're 15 minutes late. And this is what I think mediocrity does in a business is it's slow, it's insidious, and it spreads. It's kind of like a cancer. There are a lot of cancers your business can have, right? And to try to, if you allow it to really get its tendrils into all elements of your business, everything about the business will become hard. Everything. Employees will become hard. Clients will become hard. Generating cash, hard. Managing, hard. You might not even want to get up in the morning and go to your stinking job that you've created for yourself. I don't know if you've ever done that. I had moments in my first business where I hated going to work because of where the business had gotten to. So these are the times when you need to be investing in protecting your greatness or improving your greatness. You've got to say no to mediocrity. And anytime you settle, even if it's easy, you're allowing that cancer to spread, and we don't like that. I mean, if you let that spread too far and then you come to me and we're working on changing things in your business so that you can, I don't know, take a vacation or take a meeting that's not a client meeting or a business related meeting, but is about future growth without worrying about what's going to happen or your phone ringing a bazillion times, or go to a conference and be able to sit in the class the whole day and not answer your phone. I mean, those are the gifts your business can give you if you learn not to settle for mediocrity. So I want you to look around and really look at the business that you have and ask yourself, are we aspiring to greatness or have we settled for mediocrity? And just every interaction that you have, every time that you're going to talk to a client, that you're talking to an employee, ask yourself that question and really start making notes. Like, is this mediocre or is this greatness? Is this mediocre? Is this greatness? You know, one of my favorite authors is Jim Collins. I love Jim Collins. Very geeky books, guys. You don't have to read them if you don't want to, but I do read them. So you don't have to if that's not you. But really, you know, everyone knows Good to Great. And there's the opening preface that he makes that the reason why we have good schools is because we don't have great schools, right? Or I'm sorry, I reverse that. The reason we don't have great schools is because we have good schools. Like, they're good enough. They're still mediocre, and that's okay. And that becomes our new norm. Now, I think this is really an interesting concept to come right on the tails of our last episode where we talked about perfection. Right? And that you don't have to be perfect. So where does it lie? Like, what's the difference between greatness and perfection? You know, maybe that's a really interesting conversation that you could be asking yourself too. You can be great and not be perfect, guys. You can be great and get to a level of good enough, right? But it's that mediocrity that we really want to weed out of our businesses, that we want to invite to go somewhere else, that we want to invite, you know, maybe mediocre employees to go find somewhere where they can be great, you know, and really look at it as a benefit to them, as well as if it was a client, mediocre clients, invite them to go somewhere where they could be great. Don't they deserve it? I mean, don't you deserve it? I think you do. I think you do. And that's one of the things I want to awaken you to this month. So I want to know, comment below. Hey, Nicole, how's it going? Comment below and let me know. Are you aspiring to greatness this year, or have you been settling for mediocrity? That's it for today, guys. I hope you're having a profitable day. It is Tuesday in our world. This is Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules Business Coaching. and we're coaching from the carpool.